Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. Iran has said that it is keeping communications open with the US as President Donald Trump weighed responses to a violent crackdown on protests that have posed one of the biggest challenges to clerical rule since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson said the communication channel between our Foreign Minister Abbas Araqchi and the US Special Envoy is open and messages are exchanged whenever necessary. He said, contacts also remain open through traditional intermediary Switzerland. Iran has warned the United States that it will retaliate against any attack. Iran's parliament speaker, Mohammad Baqer Qalibaf, said Tehran would strike back against Israel and US military bases in the region if Washington launches any military action. The warning comes as Israel remains on high alert amid concerns of a possible US intervention linked to ongoing nationwide protests in Iran. US President Donald Trump has said that he plans to speak with billionaire Elon Musk about restoring internet in Iran, where authorities have blacked out services for 4 days amid ongoing anti-government protests. In response to a question about whether he would engage with Musk's SpaceX company, Trump told reporters he's very good at that kind of thing. He's got a very good company. Musk has supported providing Starlink to Iranians to help them circumvent the government's restrictions, including amid previous protests in 2022. Israel has been placed on high alert amid concerns over a possible US intervention in Iran. According to Israeli sources, the alert comes as Iranian authorities face their largest anti-government protests in years. US President Donald Trump has repeatedly warned Iran's leadership against using force on demonstrators and said the United States stands ready to help. A truck ploughed into a crowd gathered in Los Angeles to show support for Iranian protesters. The KNBC news outlet reported that hundreds of people marched in Westwood, a Los Angeles suburb. It was not clear if there were any injuries. Washington's newly appointed ambassador to New Delhi, Sergio Gore, has said that India and the US will discuss trade issues in their next call scheduled for Tuesday, at a time when failure to secure a trade deal has roiled their ties and pushed the rupee to a record low. He said India will also be invited to join Pax Silica next month, referring to a US-led initiative to build a silicon supply chain from critical minerals to semiconductors and AI. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has floated the possibility that the European Union and India can sign a free trade agreement as early as the end of this month, after he met Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Merz said during a visit to Ahmedabad that the presidents of the European Commission and European Council would travel to India at the end of January to sign the agreement if it is finalised by then. Indian Trade Minister Piyush Goyal said an agreement was almost at its final stages. A Japanese mining ship has departed for a remote coral atoll to probe mud rich in rare earths, part of Tokyo's drive to curb its reliance on China for critical minerals as Beijing tightens supply. The month-long mission of the test vessel Chikyu near Minamitori Island will mark the world's first attempt to continuously lift rare earth seabed sludge from 6 kilometers deep onto a ship. Japan, like its Western allies, has been reducing its dependence on China for the minerals vital to the production of cars, smartphones, and military equipment. Global smartphone shipments have risen 2% year-on-year in 2025, lifted by stronger demand and economic momentum in emerging markets. Counterpoint Research said Apple led the market with a 20% share, the largest among the top 5 brands, supported by solid demand in emerging and mid-sized markets, and strong sales of the iPhone 17 series. It said manufacturers pulled shipments forward early in the year to get ahead of tariffs, but the effect eased as 2025 progressed, leaving second-half volumes largely unaffected. Gold prices have surged about 2% to an all-time high of $4,600 per ounce, while silver also set a new record as a criminal probe by the Trump administration into Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell sent investors scuttling back into the safe haven. Spot gold jumped 1.9% to $4,596.05 per ounce, after hitting a record high of $4,600.33 earlier in the session. U.S. gold futures for February delivery gained 2.3% to $4,606.20. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.SAMAA.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.